What's going on, family? What's good? What's good? Yes, this is Intellectual SoapBox Sports Edition. Now, we back. This is episode 6, man. All right. Got my man Hink, AKA Mr. Hink in the basement. Up here. What's good, family? What's good? What's good?
What's good, big brother? You good?
Man, I'm chilling, man. Hey, okay, so we got a lot of stuff going on in sports, man. We got the NBA, the baseball season about to start. We got this NFL draft that's about to pop, man. The NBA, winding down, about to get into the playoffs, man. So I'm gonna ask you about the draft first, man. As far as the NFL draft, man, who you think is gonna be the top prospects? Who you think gonna go where? And who needs to do what? Like, what team's gonna do something like right now? So yeah, what you think? What's your thoughts about the NFL draft, brother?
Well, looking forward to it. April's right around the corner, so we got less than 3 weeks. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, you got a lot of teams that need a lot of things. So it's obvious that's why Carolina made that blockbuster deal with the Chicago Bears for the first overall draft pick, because it was greatly needed, right? So they got to hit a home run with this. You can't make that big of a deal for this year, next year, and not hit a home run. You know what I'm saying? So I know a lot of people saying C.J. Stroud. We'll see. I don't know. To me, I'm really not impressed with none of them quarterbacks as far as being the number one overall pick. But like I said, we'll see.
Got you. Got my man Victor Freeze and music in the building. Vic, what up, baby? You know what I'm saying?
What up?
Chilling. We talk about the NFL draft, man. He said that the quarterbacks ain't looking too good. And we definitely gonna get into that Lamar Jackson thing that me and you was kind of building on. I want Hink's perspective. We gonna definitely get into that, as well as the Aaron Rodgers joint. So what you think about this draft, brother? Who needs to do what, and who you think going where? Who you think gonna make the big splash? Like, what's going on? He just brought up the Chicago Bear blockbuster deal for that pick and all that. So what do you think, bro?
Put it like this. I've been going so hard on turning myself into a superstar. I ain't had enough time to keep up with all that college sports and who's coming in the next and yada yada. However, there are quite a few within the next 2 to 3 years that I expect to come out who have shown Patrick Mahomes style. I'm talking about evolve and change the game through different techniques that were not previously even allowed to be practiced, like throwing a offhanded pass and evolving the position at quarterback. And there's quite a few of those young men, and I actually made a little short about it. You can go check them out. I don't remember their names like that. I'm too old to keep up all the damn names, but there's some stars coming out. But as far as this year, I haven't kept up close enough to say who I believe in or place my bid. I'll see what they do when they start. Most of those quarterbacks, I don't care what they do in the combine. I don't care what they did in college. The first time they touch a field and see the speed of the game, those are the ones you can tell. Just like basketball, you put them on the court and all of that college shit don't matter. Whether you was known or unknown, the stars will shine.
That reminded me of Samuel Jackson. I think it was a movie Fresh, where he was like, put the clock on him. He did mess up. Yeah, he put the clock on him.
Bobby Fischer, all of them, lock them up. Put their ass on the clock. I eat his ass.
Yeah. All right, let's get into this Lamar Jackson shit, man. All right, so Lamar Jackson, man. Woo, man. I know springtime just came through, but it's already hot in Baltimore, man. So the Lamar Jackson thing, Hink, man, what do you think about this Lamar Jackson thing, man? Like, do they give this man his money? He is a former MVP. He's earned his money, right? Do they pay him? Do you re-sign him? If you're Baltimore, do you re-sign this man or no? You muted, bro.
They put it out there that they want to resign him, but look here, man. I know my opinions may be controversial or unpopular. I really don't give a shit, right? So I'm not giving him no guaranteed contract because he to me he doesn't deserve a guaranteed big ass contract. I don't give a damn what Deshaun Watson got. Cleveland made a goddamn mistake by giving him all that goddamn money. It was a bad move. He doesn't deserve all of that money. There's nothing. I don't care what former MVP he's got. You got a lot of guys that former MVP. Don't mean they deserve that money. He missed the last 11 games the past 2 years. Doing the C-19, right? He tested positive twice within one season. One season, man. So he's already showing he's irresponsible. You know, you can't do that. You can't do that at all. Another thing is, to me, he can't read a defense. He doesn't hand the ball off enough. He runs more than he passes. So again, there's a reason why the NFL is still ahead, and they're always going to be ahead, because most times, most of these teams don't make bad investments and bad decisions. So if you're going to invest, this man wants most of his money guaranteed. Who's going to get that? Who's going to offer you that? That's why no team other made the jump at him. No other team is willing to pay him all that guaranteed money he's asking for. Not one team. Look, again, there's been plenty of times where guys crossed the picket line during the strike era back in 1986 to 86, 87 era. Cowboys was one of the teams who had players cross the picket line, who didn't stand with the players union. Teams can do it. They choose not to make that decision. Why? Because everybody knows Cleveland Browns made the dumbest decision ever made. So guess what? These other teams got a level set. We got to bring this shit back down. We got to bring this thing under control. Another team that made a bad mistake when they paid a player was the Dallas Cowboys. When they played Ezekiel Elliott all that damn money as a running back, knowing he didn't deserve that much money. Guess what happened a year or two, the second and third year after he got that money? Man, he's an oversized fullback. He's a fat ass. Now they ready to cut him. You just signed him a big contract 3 years ago. Now you ready to cut him? No, I don't think, my personal opinion, that he deserves that much guaranteed money. Now, the rumor is, before all this shit hit, they offered him $230 million. 130 of it was guaranteed. So, 130 guaranteed, that's $1 million. That's good. But dog, if your record is 1-3 in the playoffs, do you think you deserve that much guaranteed money? Again, we talk about he's always comparison is to Cleveland. Cleveland is the dumbest franchise ever. We all know this. Haven't won shit in the Super Bowl era, haven't been close to getting to the Super Bowl. We all know this. So they made the biggest mistakes, and that's why they still failures to this day. They should have won who took over the NFC North. They should have been a team of the North. Guess what they ain't? They had to build for it. They made constant mistakes between drafting quarterbacks with Baker Mayfield, Johnny Manziel, Tim Couches. You make mistakes. You became a franchise all over again because your team got snatched to Baltimore, right? So now you look at a franchise, but when you got Tim Couches, the first overall pick, you had no offensive line helping at all. So you expect this guy who's not a mobile type quarterback to just make it work with no offensive line. That should have been the first 3-4 picks of your draft. Should have been offensive line. The hell with Tim Couch. You should have been drafted offensive lineman to figure out how we're going to block for this guy. If a quarterback's a franchise, we need to find somebody to block for his ass. And that's not it. So Cleveland's already showed they made years and years of mistakes. We've seen that. It's going to continue to happen. So, but they want Baltimore to do the same. Now, Baltimore's a small organization. They won 2 Super Bowls with Joe Flacco and Trent Dilfer. You know how they won? Great defense and a decent run game. Baltimore don't have that right now. But you want to invest all that money into to Lamar, and now you're gonna pigeonhole your whole franchise if you do something like that. He's not winning in the playoffs. So how can we depend on him to take most of the franchise money, take over 25% of the franchise salary cap? Can't do it, man. That's just my opinion, though.
Vic, what you think, man? Do they pay him or don't pay him? And I'll get my perspective. Vic, you there, bro? I think Vic having some technical difficulties.
Nah, I was on mute. Short story. Let me see. I want to see one more thing before I complete this statement, right? Okay, I just wanted to make sure I got it now. Because this question is going to be for Hank, because I don't on my show I don't like to like debate someone's point. If he made his point, that's his point. I'll make a counterpoint and then we leave it at that. But in this case, I have a particular question. What you say he don't deserve all that money? And at any point, correct me if I misquote.
No, that's not what I said. I said he don't deserve all the guaranteed money.
Okay, guaranteed. It's not the money or what he's asking.
It's the guaranteed money. He doesn't deserve it.
You said they need to like reset that thing from what's the boy Watson? So you were just talking about the guaranteed portion, period.
Yes, I don't have he could get $500 million. That should be guaranteed because he's not guaranteed he's gonna play. I don't think if they give him an 8-year contract right now, I don't think he's gonna live out the time of a contract. I don't.
So because you think it's because of his desire, or because you think his body will fail him in that time?
Because what was the first reason you said? His desire.
Right, like Jay Cutler, he could give a fuck about football for real. He was just there for the.
I think he loves the game. I don't think it's because of that. His style of football is going to hurt him because he's going to take too many hits. But again, guess what, guys? He got hurt in the pocket. He didn't get hurt scrambling.
Hang on. Do you think he plays that way by design or by choice?
He plays that way by his choice. He's did it since high school. He did it in college here in Louisville, and he's doing it in NFL. He's doing the same thing he's been doing. That's what he knows.
Name the top 3 receivers he's ever had.
What the top 3 receivers?
Yeah.
His top receiver is Mark Andrews.
You mean the tight end?
He's still a receiver. He still catches, right? I mean, he's not a blocking tight end.
I'm just making sure that we're talking about the same.
Yes. Well, let me take it out. What about Hollywood Brown? He was one of the top receivers. As far as anybody else, he had nobody else. You know why?
Shit. What happened? Why he ain't had nobody else?
Because first of all, if he's a smart quarterback, I'm going to push for somebody else.
You gonna do what?
I'm pushing for them to get somebody. I'm pushing for them.
You think as smart as Lamar Jackson is to run the quarterback position, that they said black man, they said black. No, I'm not asking the question right now. I'm making a statement. As smart as they said that you have to be to operate in a quarterback position, to learn the playbook, learn where everybody has to be, so on and so forth, to operate audibles and everything else. They finally find a handful of black men that they think are qualified to do the job because they always thought our brains weren't possible to handle the task. But now we've proven that that's not the case. He says that he is a cerebral quarterback, right? So he has the ability and talent with his feet, but he also has the mental capacity to handle whatever they throw at him. Greg Roman has been known to write in these running plays. He's not calling his own number on these plays. Most of these are designed runs. This isn't him just scrambling and doesn't know how to stay in the pocket and doesn't have pocket presence. It's not a matter of him scared hearing feet because he took a couple of bad hits. That's not why he's scrambling and running around. He don't got nobody to throw to. His little cousin Hollywood Brown, who's 120 pounds soaking wet, is his best receiver he's ever had in his entire career, and that ain't saying much. No slight at Hollywood Brown. If you're saying you want a Super Bowl, see, because every team don't get to the playoffs every year. Everybody know that. He has 4 playoff appearances. And he ain't been in the league that long. Most teams cannot say that they've been in back-to-back, year after year, at least having a chance to get in the playoffs with a record good enough to walk inside of their division with a fair shot. Lamar has given them that. They didn't have that before. Flacco, they was riding completely on their defense. They've never had an elite quarterback. So the question that I'm asking, because the question on the floor is, does he deserve the money that he's asking for? And you made it specific that you were speaking about the guaranteed portion. Yes, that is setting a whole new precedent for the NFL. However, the question isn't not, are you asking too much? Because that's debatable. We got to talk about what's factual. The question is, can your employer afford to pay you what you asking? Check this out, right? If you a mechanic, right? At the place that I work for, they have what they call a quota. And before you get what you, almost like the NFL does incentive-based contracts, before you get the percentage that you would like or that is most beneficial to you, you have to meet this quota, right? Because the company has to say, we've made this much money off of you to justify us paying you this other exorbitant amount. We got to make sure we got ours first. And even on the portion that they're giving you, they're still not handing you the rest of it. They're definitely capping off all of this. Now check this out, right? People talk about the NBA because they get these big old guaranteed contracts, big money contracts. These guys are overpaid, they big babies. But guess what? And none of those contracts, and LeBron included, they don't include revenue from concessions. They don't include ticket sales. They don't include jersey sales. It is not a 360 deal. So the team benefits off of you and your likeness and selling tickets and putting asses in seats, and you don't need W's in the playoffs. You just need to get there. As long as your team is in condition, ask the Dallas Cowboys. As much as they paying Ezekiel Elliott and Dak Prescott, if you knew how much damn money that they made every year off just their jersey sales alone, that'll pay for their guaranteed portion of their contract. And they never see a dollar of that money. So it's not more so, do they deserve it, or is that too much guaranteed, or will they be able to live out their contract if they were given it? Lamar Jackson is running that style because he's been asked to. His job and his profession is asking him to sacrifice his body to the point where you can't guarantee, because you know he loved the game, because it won't be because he quit on it. So if you can guarantee your employee under whatever condition would give you everything and run through a wall for you, but he may die in the process. Come on now, the soldiers get guaranteed money because they understand that the job that they are volunteering for does not have a guaranteed outcome. And because of the hazard of the job, the only way you talk someone into doing that job wholeheartedly without questioning your commands and your orders, even when you ask them to go into harm's way, is to guarantee it. To say, hey, if you don't make it, your people will be taken care of. That's the problem with the NFL. It's too violent of a game not to have guaranteed contracts.
No, it's not.
Put that much on the line.
No, it's not. But again, it's obvious you don't watch Lamar Jackson. You never seen Lamar Jackson play, have you? Have you ever seen him play in college?
I did not watch him at Louisville.
Okay, there you go. So right then and there,
I'm being sarcastic when I say that. I watched Lamar Jackson all the way through.
I understand that, but unless you seen him in high school, because he ran the same style you're talking about. Greg Roman catered to their style. They brought him in there because of his style with Kaepernick. He was rated with Kaepernick, so he realized I'm going to dumb it down because I know this is Lamar's style. I'm not going to put in a lot of passes in there because this is not the style he's used to running. I'm going to make it to where he's comfortable of running this style. He's ran his style in high school. He ran his style in college. So to say he don't put his body, he always put his body on the line. He's been doing it ever since he's been playing football because that's the style of play he's played. Again, dog, you talking about these Flacco. Who was Flacco's top-notch receiver? He had none. Other than, guess who? Shannon Sharp. For maybe 3 years is all he had. No, he didn't have Shannon Sharp. I'm talking about Trent Dilfer had Shannon Sharp. And he was only with Baltimore for 3 years. Who did Flacco have as a top receiver? We have no idea who his top receiver was. He had a good running back and a great defense. Just like Trent Dilfer. A good running back and a great defense. Do you think you're going to pigeonhole by guaranteeing all this money for Lamar, even though your blueprint shows if we could get an average quarterback, a great defense, and a good running back, we could win games. We could win playoff games. We could win Super Bowls. They've shown they've done it more in the past. Why would you break something that doesn't need to be fixed? I'm not. Why would you give Lamar all this money? Again, he's going to take up 25 to 30% of your salary cap because it is a salary cap. You talking about NBA. There's no salary cap like that. They don't have one.
Who created a salary cap?
What do you mean? It's not about paying salary cap.
That's not a government entity. That's not an SEC.
It doesn't matter. The NFL will not. But the NFL would not let you use only a certain amount of money. So right now, I think it's like 199.
That's something that they created. That's not a real thing.
It's been around.
There's no such thing as a salary cap. They can pay niggas as much as they want to. There's something called a luxury tax. When they want to say,
no, what's the NBA has to pay a luxury tax? The NBA has to pay the luxury tax. NFL has a salary cap.
They do have a hard cap in the NFL. This is true.
So if they have a hard cap, that means we can't go over it. You cannot. So right now, I think it's set at like 199 this year. 199. So we have $199 million to figure out how we're going to spend across the time per year. For a year. This year is 199. So we get all this money, and we got to get the total of this salary cap in this year. So you want Lamar to take over 25%, knowing they need all type of help, like a receiver, right? You still got to pay the draft.
You say how much they pay them don't matter. You just say it's the guarantee portion you got a problem with.
Oh, yes, because the guarantee portion is going to take most of what you're going to pay a year. If I have to pay this man over $230 million in guaranteed money, now I gotta span that over the lifetime of the contract. So every year he's going to take either 25 to 30% of my salary cap. It's already allotted to Lamar. So this time next year,
as long as he's healthy and he play, you got to pay him that anyway.
Again, a problem is he's not healthy. Did you not hear what I said, brother? The man's missed 2 seasons, 11 games. That's a lot of games when they only playing. Just this year they played 18. Last year they played 17. Let's do the math. That's 35 games. No, let's do the math. No,
I got some numbers for you. Let's crunch them, right?
I hear you, bro.
Lamar Jackson, because as sports fans, we think of the game in seasons, right? Oh, they didn't win this season. They didn't get a championship this season. Oh, they were not better than they were last year. They had a better roster, so on and so forth. That's how we
process. You can't think about it. You got to have foresight, brother. You got to go beyond just this season.
That's where we going. That's where we going. So as an owner, if you own the Ravens and it was your decision to make, you wouldn't be looking at Lamar Jackson this season or the season that he was hurt. You'd be looking at in totality, just like your boss before they fire your ass. They look at your total. How many times have we had to suspend? How many times has he been late? How many times has he been written up? They look at your total record. They don't give a damn how you did this week. If they're going to make a decision on somebody who's instrumental to their success. So check this out. What do you think Lamar Jackson's career record, because he hasn't played for any other professional team, what is Lamar Jackson's career record? Wins and losses. Because that's what put asses in seats and sell jerseys and make ticket sales.
Again, dog, his postseason record is 1-3. That's what's
do you think? No,
I don't care about. Let me say this. Who cares about all of these wins in regular season, but you get to the postseason and you lose the first game you play?
Super Bowls don't sell jerseys. when I go to the game and my team win, I can give a damn if they won the Super Bowl. I give a damn if they lost when I was there.
That's that loser mentality. And if you don't care about your team winning the Super Bowl, that's a problem, dog. There's no way I don't care. I want my team. I like the Chicago Bears. I want us to win the Super Bowl every year, but I got to be realistic. My team ain't there yet. I'm sure Philadelphia didn't go in there this year. Somebody say, "Hey, I'm glad we back in the playoff hunt. We won the division. That's all I'm caring about." No, they was looking to thinking, we got a chance to win the Super Bowl. I'm not just here to win regular season. Regular season don't mean shit. Guess what? The Pittsburgh Steelers I think they was the highest seed that ever won the Super Bowl. And they had to play 4 road games, but they win. You think they were just selling for the regular season record? No, they was playing to get into playoffs. Now it's a new season. Everybody.
Hold on, fellas. Let me
just win a regular season. I want the championship. I want to win.
Fellas, hold on, fellas. We're gonna get back to y'all. Lady E, I got a question for you, right? And maybe you don't know who Lamar Jackson is. If you do, you do. You don't. But okay, based on the conversation, do you believe Lamar Jackson deserves to get, a new contract, or do you think that NFL players deserve guaranteed money, period? Because he's asking for a guaranteed salary. What do you think, Lady
E? I do believe that NFL players do deserve a guaranteed dollar amount. You're talking about a sport that requires a lot from you, physically, mentally, emotionally. You're talking, it's a career at the end of the day. It is a career. You're putting your health on the line, potentially putting your life on the line, as we saw earlier this year. We almost lost Damar Hamlin on the field. So yes, I do believe that there should be a guarantee, moreover, for just in case something happened to you and you were no longer able to play, you would still be able to live a comfortable lifestyle that you deserve, that you earned. And unfortunately, you may have gotten hurt. You may have gotten a career-ending injury. We look at Damar Hamlin. We're not sure if he's going to be coming back to the NFL. Situations like that.
I completely agree. Lady, if you don't mind, I had something on the show.
Hold on, Vic. 3 years ago, the NFL and the Players Union had an opportunity to vote and get guaranteed contracts. Guess what they chose not to do? They chose not to. They have a choice. Every time their collective bargaining time comes up, they could vote. Now, you know what you can do? You don't have to play. Send a message to the owners. We will not play until the youths are guaranteed all our money. Not just a portion of our salary, our whole salary. They can do that. Guess what they won't do? They don't want to miss out on that money every Sunday, because most of them don't invest their money right anyway. Most of them don't save their money. They don't do what they need to do with their money. So they say, hey, look, I can't afford to miss no games or no game checks. If you got to sacrifice in order to get that money, not only for yourself, but for your fellow NFL and future NFL players, why don't you do it? You're not going to, because you understand that, hey, if I do that, that means I could be missing some game checks.
I wouldn't say that majority of them are wasting their money. I think we hear about the players that hit rock bottom after they have left the league, but then you also have the players who weren't like the greatest of players that we don't hear too much from after they leave the league. But when you look into them, they're doing a lot of great things in the community or where they reside at. They're not making as much money as they were possibly making in the NFL, but they're still living a good life.
But you think it's a majority or minority of them?
Majority of them
are making bad investments. Majority of players are making. You hear it all the time. Even if some people
that's conjecture. Nobody's done that research. I don't see no stats. That's just conjecture.
We hear about like I said, we hear about the ones that made bad choices, and that's because the media puts them out there. But the media does not follow your mediocre players after they retired or they left with an injury and never returned back to the game. You don't necessarily hear much. Now, prime example, we talk about what's his name? My mind just went blank. It's gonna come back to me for a second. But anyway, he was an NBA player, played for the 76ers. The short one, was a star, everything, and he hit rock bottom.
Allen Iverson?
Yes, Allen Iverson, yes. And we heard about him because he was popular. We heard about him because he was one of the best in the game. That's the only reason why we know he hit rock bottom, because he was still followed after he left the league. Everybody was still on him. But if you have players that I know an NFL player, as a matter of fact, that he wasn't a starter, but he was in the NFL. You know, he wound up leaving the NFL. No one really follows him, but he's doing very good for himself with the money that he did get from the NFL. You might see him on TV every now and then, but he's out there doing his thing. He's invested his money properly, but nobody's going to follow him to find out exactly what he's doing, because he didn't make big plays in the NFL.
Hold on. If you want to go in the club and do the Ja Morant with every damn dollar of your game check, that's your business. And I can give a damn. If you don't do well, that's on you, the people that depend on you.
Hang on. But I've been quiet when you talking, but you keep asking over talking to me. Go ahead, I got you.
It's cool. We were trying to do something together. That's why, you know what I'm saying. But this is different subject matter, so let's just bring it in. What I'm saying is that you compare the NBA to the NFL and how they position themselves through the bargaining agreement, or in this case did not position themselves well through their bargaining agreement. And I think that's direct representation of their representation, which has always been like that. And that's why the NFL has always got the shit under the stick. In a game like Major League Baseball, which is almost fully fucking guaranteed, which makes more than the NBA and the NFL, and nobody bats an eye when people get $300 and $400 million guaranteed fucking contracts. So I'm just saying that ain't got nothing to do with nothing. When the NFL, when you come in to preseason and training camp, there's 73 roster positions that they then have to cut down to a 52-man roster. So those people ain't getting shit.
That's okay. Keep on going. There's more than that, but go ahead.
You making my point stronger. So at the bottom line is the NBA is working off a 13-man roster.
It's more than that, but go ahead.
I'm not talking about all them side niggas. I'm talking about the people who they can dress. Those are the people that getting paid. Everybody else was getting pennies anyway. We ain't talking about them. We talking about the people
that get paid, though, brother. Even them bench players and scrubs you talking about, they get paid. They working for free. They get paid.
I said 13 people. That's the bench. So at the end of the day, what I'm talking about is that when you talk about a strike or something that the people can do, those are the people being listened to, are the people who actually have roster positions. So if you have a smaller number of people, you can't get a bunch of people to get together to do nothing. Less more niggas. You understand what I'm saying? And everybody's about their bag today. So if there ever was an opportunity for somebody to get something like that done, it would have been way back then. People way too selfish for that now. So I don't think that is an option, a realistic option, even though it's a possibility. It's not probable that they're gonna do it that way.
That's not true, because guess what? Baseball did it back in 97.
97? Nigga, it's 23.
It doesn't matter. They did it then. NBA did it. NBA missed games. They was willing to miss games. As long as they keep the high percent. Listen, as long as they keep the high percentage, they own it. They just recently did it not too long ago, brother. So it can be done. NFL players choose not to do it.
20 years ago, bro?
No, I'm not 20. It was I'm talking about for baseball, yeah. It was recently for NBA, more recent for NBA. But please go ahead.
Now, what I was asking you, because I wanted, because this is the point, right? I don't think that's a realistic option, whether it's possible or not. I don't think the people have the temperament or the attitude to do it. You're not going to get that many people to come together. So
you just need majority, dog. You don't need everyone. Everyone is going to have to vote no. Everyone don't have to vote yes. You just need a majority.
You spoke on it earlier.
What I'm saying. Look, have you ever been in the union, brother?
Nah, I've never been on a union.
Okay, so if you're in a union, you only need a majority of your union members. If I got 580 guys in the union, I need at least 500 and I need 345 of them to vote yes. Even though you vote no, we're going with the majority. Majority rules. That's how it goes. I can still be against everything. I don't like all the benefits they offer, but I got to go with my union and majority rules. Regardless of how I feel about it, personally, I have to go with the majority. That's how it goes. You only need majority. You can't get majority. That's on you.
You talking about as far as paperwork and voting inside of that
bargaining?
So
all of that.
You
got your. Go ahead.
So if you're speaking on that, I don't think any of it. I don't know. I don't have a law degree. I've never been inside of a professional contract negotiation, less more one for an entire league, and I don't think everybody's invited. And I definitely know everybody's not qualified to have that conversation. And I'm one of those unqualified people. So I don't want to talk about that because I know there's way more nuances than just getting a bunch of people to agree on some shit that's beneficial to them. Or they probably would have did that. Now, here's what I'm saying, right? If you turn the situation on its head, right? Because it has to be a win-win. You can't force someone in a private corporation to do something against their own interests. They'll rather see it shut down before they do everything just to serve you against their own interests. So the win-win is what I'm speaking of, which is why I asked you. I said, you saying playoff wins. I'm saying forget playoff success. That ain't guaranteed. You can have Tom Brady, a perfect fucking defense, an all-star fucking coach, all-star offense and lineup and everything that person needs, and there's no guarantee that you can do it once, less, more, twice. So that don't matter. You can't put the blame on that. Anybody can get injured, whatever. At the end of the day, what success does the franchise have as a whole? You would not want to be the owner of the Detroit Lions in their 0-16 season. Don't nobody want to go to the games. No, everybody's ashamed to wear the fucking jersey. The sales are down overall because we're talking about $1 million businesses that are now $1 billion businesses. The value of the company is going up way more than any of the money that they could ever possibly pay these players under this hard cap that you talk about. That is a man-made creation. It's not a real thing. They created that to prevent shit like this from happening. They had foresight, just like they wrote the Constitution to say, hey, you got the right to bear arms to prevent tyranny. They don't want this tyranny from the players rising up against something that they know would happen through a structure that they created. So I said, what is the benefit to the owner? Lamar Jackson's career record with the Baltimore Ravens, do you think it's under or over 500?
I know it's over 500. But again, this is the regular season, right? Okay. I got you.
Total. Just total. He's only been to 4 playoff games.
He's 1-4 in a playoff game, though.
He's only been to 4 playoff games.
And he's 1-4. I mean, 1-3. I'm sorry, 1-3. My bad. 1-3.
So I'm just what I'm saying.
That's not good. That's not good.
I'm saying most people don't even have a playoff record because they ain't even been.
When you say most people, well, you realize there's only 8 teams to go on each side, right? There's only 8.
Right.
Okay. So
I'm
just saying,
and half of those get out every year. So most people or most teams that go to the playoffs.
Let's do this. Let's talk about the same people let's talk about the same teams. I mean, the same quarterbacks who's been in the playoffs the same year that Lamar came up. So you got Baker Mayfield, right? You got Josh Allen, right? You have, I believe, Sam Darnold.
Right.
And then you have, I think, Rosen was in there. Now, I don't know where he is. We know Sam Darnold has no playoff record. But guess who does? Josh Allen, Baker Mayfield. Baker Mayfield got the same record as Lamar. Josh Allen has a better record than Lamar. Same quarterbacks. Same quarterbacks. In the same position, played in the same, came out the same draft.
Josh Allen getting paid, ain't he?
You said what?
Josh Allen getting paid, ain't he?
Yeah, he didn't get that big guarantee like Deshaun Watson, though. Nobody
But he probably deserved it the way he played, right? Because he do a whole hell of a lot of running his damn self, and those plays ain't all.
A smart franchise didn't give all that guarantee. Only team that did was Cleveland, and looks like right now, only team is going to be given that is Cleveland. Baltimore's not that foolish team that's going to make that bad of an investment to give them all this guaranteed money.
So
again,
I'm gonna say this:
if you miss 11 games out of all of those you just named, out of them 4. You said, no, I think he's on the 5th. I think he's been 5 years now. I think he's in 5th year, right? I think. I know he's been more than 4. It's been more than 4. Because Josh Allen.
He only played like 2 games.
You said what?
That first year he only played like 2 games.
Again, but he was in the league. Regardless if he played or not, he was in the league. I mean, if that's the case, we could sit there and say, well,
that's not an argument. I was just clearing up what you was asking because you weren't sure if it was 4.
Because you're making it sound like he's only been there for 4 years. I think he's been there for 5 years now.
It don't make a difference. 4 or 5, it's the same number to me.
Okay, hold on, y'all. Hold on. So, Hank, you had a question for Lady E, and then I want to answer the question because I ain't even get the answer shit yet.
I didn't have a question for Lady E. I did.
Anybody had a question for her? I don't know if you were Victor. I don't know.
All I just realized is Victor Freeze is wearing that Atlanta Hawks hat, and I got an issue with that. But other than that, it's okay.
We're gonna get into that in a minute.
We can talk about it. But look, this is the last thing I got to say on the issue, and y'all can close out the point. If we looking at it objectively, because I don't like to do the whole like, oh well, they got all this money, won't they just give us some with their greedy ass? I've never seen it that way, because one day you hope to be on their side of the table. So realistically, from a business owner's perspective, is this or a good or bad investment? Everybody knows in their company, the people are what make their company run. The people at the bottom is that put their hands on the work, that talk to the people, that make the product disappear. Those are the people you need. And I don't give a damn if you think they're interchangeable or not. You need people to run. And if you get you a good one, an Eagle Scout as they call it, that don't need any particular motivation or any pep talks or smacks on the ass, you want to hold on to that customer and employee retention. Now, if you operate the way the New England Patriots do, you may win and say, hey, the first time a motherfucker asked for a raise, let them go. But as far as it being beneficial to offer people guaranteed contracts, I think that is a good look for the league as a whole. Because there's a generation of children that's growing up with parents that's not interested in putting their children in no high contact, concussion-based business. Money or no money. So if you're going to say we are going to knowingly continue to put people in harm's way, this man has a 49-21 record with the Baltimore Ravens. If that was your sales percentage, if every time you talk to if you sold 49 out of 60 or 70, you know what I'm saying? If that was your record of sales closed, somebody would like to retain you. And I think it would be a good idea for the Baltimore Ravens to try to retain somebody. I don't think it's a point now. He's too pissed off about how they handled him and how they treated him. He's disgruntled at this point. He'll be more of a detriment for them to keep him. But just for the sake of argument,
you think he's gonna quit football? Because if not, he's not going nowhere.
He's going somewhere. Trust me.
He's under contract. He can't go nowhere. Not without a trade. And they got to agree to it. So you can't just go out and say, "Oh, yeah." No, he has no choice. Huh?
You got one more year.
He's under contract this year, this season coming up.
Yeah, it's one more.
Okay. Hear what I'm saying. I can always franchise tag.
That is the franchise tag he's under now.
No, yes, that's what he's under now. But he has that 5-year option they signed him for.
So you saying this year coming up is not his 5th year?
No. This is what he flexed this past year. He flexed his 5th year option. He betted on himself, and he didn't win. He took an L. To me, he didn't perform in the way he probably thought he probably should have and could have. He didn't. His team didn't go to the playoff. He ended up hurt, right? He missed multiple games this year. I think he ended up missing like 5 games this season. So he betted on himself and he didn't win. He took a gamble. He could have signed the deal they offered him. He chose not to. He said, "I'm gonna bet on myself," and it didn't pan out. So now, yeah, he's got a transitional franchise tag, is what they call it. So he has the right. If somebody come in and said offer him, they have the right to match it. So that's what they have to do. If they want to come, somebody come and offer him, they have the right to match it.
Yeah.
All right, let me answer the question, y'all. Yeah. Let me answer the question. So I think the brother does deserve the money. I think he's a former MVP. That gives him a lot of collateral. Yeah, the playoff record ain't the most glamorous. You know what I mean? But I think the brother does need a little help in the receiving core, definitely. And I think they just need to put some more pieces around him. But I think he definitely deserves the money, most definitely. He's definitely a rare talent in this league. He's definitely somebody who's a top-tier quarterback, and you can't let that go. You can't let that go. If you let that go, who you going to replace him with? That's the only thing. You know what I mean? If I'm letting him go, I have to have a suitable replacement. Or I have to do like a sign and trade that Hank was saying that actually would make sense. If it's not that, then I'm not doing it. So, Lady E, you were saying you don't like Vic's Atlanta hat, man. What's the hate for Atlanta hat? The Atlanta hat looking kind of clean, you know what I mean?
Well, there's just that, there's the bad blood between New Orleans and Atlanta, especially when it comes to football.
Get them Saints out of here, man. Get them out of here, man.
I mean, those are 2 trash teams, so who gives a shit?
Hey, what Chicago did? Absolutely nothing. Go sit down, turn your mic off. Turn your camera off, too.
Let me tell you what.
That nigga no Chicago.
Let me tell you this. Either one of them franchises won't win again. Atlanta's never won. They showed that they can't win. They don't deserve to win. New Orleans won't win. They'll go back to the days of putting the brown paper bags on their goddamn face like they normally do. So nobody gives a goddamn about New Orleans. New Orleans ain't shit. We have nothing to worry about. Never won. They will never win. They ain't never won in any goddamn thing but baseball. So fuck Atlanta.
Hey, what team? What's your team again?
Oh, I think I already told you. I said I like the Chicago Bears.
They ain't do shit.
I'm just wait. Where you from though? Cause I'm from Atlanta. That's why I fuck with the Hogs and the Thrashers and anything Atlanta just on the screen.
Well, my team, my state doesn't have a pro.
Go ahead.
Yeah, his state don't have anything but Kentucky Fried Chicken.
I was just wondering where y'all.
Oh wow.
I have a pro team.
And they got Rolling Hills.
I'm a free agent. I could go with whatever team I choose to go to.
And you chose the most losing.
He's a bandwagon fan.
How am I a bandwagon fan? I like the Chicago Bears. That makes no sense to me. Wouldn't I go with the Kansas City Chiefs since they won? Wouldn't I go with a winning team if I'm a bandwagon? No. I went, okay, like you said, those losing teams. That's cool. But when our time comes, our time don't come. You remember?
You can choose a losing team and talk about our trash team.
Well, again, back when I chose them, they wasn't a losing team like this. But that's cool. But dog, Atlanta ain't never won shit. Again, you never won nothing besides baseball.
What? That don't count? That don't count?
Congratulations, brother.
Hey, we were 1 yard away from a Super Bowl.
I don't give a goddamn about what.
But y'all also blew that Super Bowl lead too.
I can say the same thing about the Bears. We could have won in 2005 against the Indianapolis Colts, but we lost. That don't mean shit. We lost.
Hey, Lamar
Take your
Jackson
L and move on.
lost. Everybody Lamar Jackson lost to went on to win the whole goddamn thing, pretty much.
Who?
With the exception of maybe one season. Like he lost to some, like, hey dog, you ain't got no shame. Don't even hang your head, because that basically was the conference title.
He lost to the San Diego Chargers. They didn't win shit. They lost to the Buffalo Bills. They didn't win shit. What are you talking about?
If you played in the Eastern Conference when Michael Jordan was playing, should you hang your head? Does that mean you're not a good player? You didn't deserve the money or whatever because you keep losing?
Are you talking about Atlanta?
Huh?
Are you talking about Atlanta, the Hawks? Or are you talking about the NFL?
I said, if you were playing in the Eastern Conference while Michael Jordan was playing, does that devalue your talent or what you should be paid as a player because you didn't win in the playoffs because you keep facing the Chicago fucking Bulls?
Let me explain to you. You realize that the Boston Celtics in the East, and they won during the Jordan era. So did Detroit, right?
At the beginning, before they started winning?
It doesn't matter. They was in. Look, dog. Again, it was during his era. That was during his time. They won. Orlando was doing that time, and they didn't win. Orlando went to the championship, lost to the Houston Rockets. What the fuck, man?
Shout out to King the Dream.
Come on, man. My man, the Atlanta Hawks ain't shit. Just accept it. And the New Orleans Pelicans ain't shit. Just accept it.
You know what, Hank? You ain't shit either.
That part. Hey, I'll take that as stride. I know my team ain't shit, but my city is the shit, nigga. Now, next time you're on vacation, come see me.
No, I don't want to come see you with the LGB community. That's a state Atlanta full of them motherfuckers.
Don't be so scared.
I'm good. I don't want to see a city full of bulldaggers. I'm good.
That's why Hank loved New Orleans. He came back, what, for the third time?
No, I don't love New Orleans. New Orleans is just an inconvenience for me because my son had a tournament there.
Whatever.
Fuck the boot.
Damn! He really not planning on coming back.
Mm-mm.
Look, I'll be up there this time next year for the Exit Fest. It doesn't matter. I come to the city, enjoy myself, and get the fuck out. Pay them high state tax prices and get the hell out.
So what does it serve you to side with the establishment? How did you come to your position?
What are you talking about siding with the establishment? What are you talking about?
Without the black players, the NFL. Hang on, I'm explaining. You asked the question. This is this explanation. The NBA and NFL are not successful business. Not that they won't exist. It's not a successful business model without black athletes. So
you realize we are both benefiting from this opportunity. The owners are benefiting as well as the players.
I agree.
But at the same time, you're going to try to tell a man how he should pay a man? Who are we to do that?
No,
I'm going to tell you right now. I believe in nepotism. So fuck you if you get mad at me because I hired my son. Kiss my ass. Go to hell if you get mad at me because I hired my granddaughter or my daughter.
Yeah, I don't have no problem with that. If it's a private organization, you can do what you want.
What do you think the NFL is? The only one's public is Green Bay Packers is the only public organization.
I'm telling you that we don't
have a private organization. Y'all have no say so.
Bro, we agree there. That's why I said it.
What are you talking about? I'm siding with the establishment.
You are side, in my opinion, based on your position.
Because I don't think that Lamar should get that guaranteed money.
Because your position is
about no other player. I'm still trying to ask you
the question.
Go ahead.
I don't think you're against Lamar personally. Maybe it is. I don't think that though. I think that you're saying what your point was about the guaranteed money. You said that precedent should be reset. That what are you going to the Browns? That they were a rogue organization and they need to be basically brought back into the fold. Is that generally your position?
No, I didn't say they was a rogue organization. They're just a dumb organization. To me, they made a bad decision by paying them all that money. So now they hamstrung, and they can't afford no other good players. Now you see why they don't have no receivers anymore, because they hamstrung themselves by paying Deshaun Watson all this money. Just like they're about to lose your boy, what's the little running back, Hurt. They're gonna lose him because they ain't gonna be able to keep him as well as Chubb, because they don't have the money. They can't afford to do it. They have no good receivers right now. The receivers trash because they're hamstrung with money. The defensive players are taking the hits because they're hamstrung with money. Why? Because they signed all of this money to obtain Deshaun Watson. That was a bad business decision. That has nothing to do about me being on the side of the establishment. Again, did you not hear me? I said I'm okay with Lamar getting the money, but when you talk about it, you think he should get more than half of it guaranteed?
No.
Yeah, I disagree with that. Now, I don't think he deserves that. Now, let me say this. Patrick Holmes, what he got, he deserves it. He deserves all that money he get.
Okay, check this out.
Jalen Hurts,
Jalen
he's going to deserve all the money he about to get signed for. So
I think the miscommunication. I'm gonna see if I can restate what you're saying. I think the miscommunication is in the part where you're saying the guaranteed money is the problem because say for instance, right? Because in the same breath you're saying you don't have a problem with how much he's getting paid, just the guaranteed part. If he plays every game, the money is guaranteed because they have to pay it to him. So if he's supposed to get, hang on just a moment, if he's supposed to get paid $100 million over 2 years, right? Then that means they have to pay him $50 million a year. So if it's $100 million guaranteed, that's to say that if he plays the first season fully and then gets hurt midway through the second season, they still have to pay him that complete portion where they would have been able to stop paying him wherever he got hurt along the way. But regardless of the fact that he shows up, only part with that guaranteed, the only thing they have to pay is the guaranteed portion. They don't have to pay if he gets hurt from that day forward. Only thing they owe him is the guarantee. Because I don't have to pay you the rest of your yearly salary because you're not here. Let me say this. You won't, but you all, and that's what I'm saying. I don't think he deserved that much guaranteed. To me, in my opinion. I'm saying if he don't get hurt, they still gotta pay him. So can you clarify what you mean by if he don't get hurt? If he don't get hurt, they gotta pay. What are you saying?
Vic, listen. If Lamar goes out here and does something wrong, I don't have to pay you. Only thing I got to pay you is the guaranteed part of your salary.
You saying doing something wrong? Now you adding another element. I'm saying if he show up,
for any reason you don't play, I'm
saying if he show up and play for every game, he ain't been not showing up. So unless there's without
he missed 11 games, Vic. He's missed 11 games over 2 years.
You're not listening to the question I'm asking.
Okay,
I'm saying if there is no potential for injury, and he shows up to work every day, they gotta pay him. Just like you make an agreement that you're gonna work full time and they gotta give you 40 hours even if it ain't shit to do. They got to pay him. So you're saying that messing up the salary cap is unrelated if he show up because it's still gonna be a weight on their salary. That's not the reason why they don't have, that's mismanagement of resources. Now, I think personally, you would have a stronger position if you had a problem with the hard cap. I have a problem with the hard cap. They're not raising that cap like that. They inching it up just barely because they want to make sure that these players can only ask for so much.
No, dog. In case you didn't know, they raised the thing up $8 million from this year to last year.
Oh, not 8.
Hold on, family. Hold on. So I got Queen in the building. Queen. Okay, let me ask you this question, right? Welcome to the building. Lady Phoenix, I see you in the building. Good to see you. Good to see you. Lady Phoenix, if you feel like coming up, please come up. We're talking about do football players deserve the salary they're getting, namely Lamar Jackson. Vic is funny. But Lady Queen, do football players deserve guaranteed money? You know how dangerous the sport is. You know how the ins and outs of sports. Do football players deserve guaranteed money?
I do think that football players deserve a higher salary because of the kind of injuries they get and what it does to their body. Um, but if you ain't performing, just like a job, you kick rocks, you on unemployment. And if you sitting on a bench, you damn sure shouldn't be getting your paper. Unless, I mean, no, I'm gonna say that. No, because if you get injured at work, you get workman's comp, right? You don't get the full thing, but you get workman's comp. So I don't think it's any different. I just don't. I don't know. I mean, they paid to beat their bodies into oblivion that none of us could ever do. So, you know, they're the sacrificial lambs, and hey, people pay to see them, and I do think that they, I don't know, they deserve it, I guess. I wish I could make that kind of money and play for 1 year and just foul everybody, throw balls at people.
What's up, Queen?
Yo.
Hey, look, that's really dope perspective.
I would be Draymond Green on steroids, man. I would just run through people and just grab their helmet, fling them around. Man, I would have so much fun. But anyway.
But check it out. She made a great point. These injuries occur at work. Let me give a little insight, right? The military is something that I brought up, right? Like it's like if something happened to you, they're gonna pay you. Like even after you leave the service, most veterans get a check, even if it's a small one, for the things that they sacrificed with their health and the things that they ignored and the nightmares they may have after the fact. They keep up with those people in that sense. Now, it might be a lot of them on the street for this reason or that, but if they applied and they tried, they can get something. It'll never be nothing. Now, here's the thing. If you are in the military, right? So you got a great position, a great job, and it's already written in that your salary is guaranteed. If you go and get on a motorcycle and you go however many miles an hour and go get yourself hurt, you not only will not get paid, you could be fined, sued, and jailed for damaging guns.
It doesn't matter. If you're going to guarantee their salary, you're guaranteed that means Aaron Hernandez, who murdered somebody, is going to get paid because that's his guaranteed contract. That's what you're saying.
No, that's not what I'm saying.
No. You said you want these players to get guaranteed money. So it means if I'm Aaron Hernandez, I murdered somebody, I'm getting my money regardless if I'm playing another game, I'm sitting in prison.
You jumped in one sentence too early. I feel like you missed the point that I just made. Dog, that's what you said. Wait, hang on 1 second.
Money guaranteed. So part of the guarantee is paying somebody in prison.
Let me be clear to the point that I'm making. Because I was using Queen's point that if it happened on the job, it should be supported, and in other industries that it is. And it's
not guaranteed.
Hang on just a moment.
It's not guaranteed.
Hang on just a moment.
It's not guaranteed then.
I heard that.
Yeah, you're changing the guarantee. How's it guaranteed? Regardless if I get hurt on the job, I get hurt out in the street doing a boating accident, it's not guaranteed no more.
I would like you to respond with the accurate information, and then we could go forward, because you responded to something that I'm
not saying when you're saying guaranteed, because guaranteed regardless. See,
I'm giving you the example. Hang on.
The $230 million guarantee. That means regardless if I play another day or not, I get my money.
You want to respond to misinformed.
I get my money regardless if I play another down.
You are guaranteed money.
Doesn't your contract read like the fine lines? I mean, isn't there things?
No.
So it's just
part of that guarantee money.
Hang on 1 second.
They rolling the dice when I'm giving you this guaranteed money. So regardless, go out here and do some stupid shit.
I'm making the nuance. You're not waiting for me, babe. You jumped in a moment too early, and you didn't got your hand come to the door. And I'm trying to say,
I was answering Queen's question. I'm
actually building on Queen's. I'm saying that if in the military, if you hurt yourself and you do it doing something that is considered reckless and against or outside the parameters of the contract, not only will you not get your money, but you can be
dishonorable discharge.
Jail.
This is not the military, though.
Wait, hang on. I didn't say it was. I'm comparing industries. And I'm saying that that's called, hang on, bro. You just thirsty to talk to something. Hang on 1 second.
Oh, you can't compare the same thing.
I'm just saying I'm doing it. Hey, you just tell me
they're going to war. You're not going to war in football. You're not going to war in football.
Wait till I say that's exactly what the fuck they doing. That's what they call it. That ain't
football players don't go to war. You don't do that. Don't do
that. Man, you already know what's up.
Anybody in the military to sit there and say they going to war in football, and somebody who's going overseas going to war, that's disrespectful.
If we meant literal war, but the possibility of dying always war, and I don't care what you say, and we don't have to agree on that. What I'm saying is that they call that.
Salute to all the veterans out there,
bro.
And the current military personnel. Salute to you guys.
You all right, man? Come on, man. Sure.
Because I would, if I was a military veteran, I would take offense to that. If I was a military veteran, I would take offense to that. I would never compare.
I'm a military veteran. I'm not.
He's not trying to say he's just trying to use it as an example, like as to the contract.
I said they're going to war. I said that's a difference.
Hey man, it's like
but he's trying.
He's not going to war.
Stop moving the goalposts.
You're not putting their life on the line.
Moving the goalposts. You want to look for something to argue about. What I am trying to look at.
I'm just saying the obvious, brother.
I'm trying to see where we agree, not where we disagree. So
we don't agree. You said they should all get guaranteed. I disagree.
All right, I'm good. Shit.
All right, look. Okay, I got a question. Now, let's switch gears, y'all, okay? Because it's guaranteed anything we're not seeing eye to eye. All right, let's move to the NBA, y'all. We got the Eastern Conference, we got the Western Conference. We got 8 games left. Who making it, who in, who out, who winning the East, who winning the West? Who y'all got as your dark horses? Let's get it.
Hold on, you said what about the West?
I said who's winning the East, who's winning the West? Who y'all got as your dark horses? Who's not gonna make it? I want to know all that. Who's gonna be in the play-in? I want to know all that. What y'all think?
We're speaking of NBA.
Uh-huh.
Come on, brother. Keep up with the conversation, guy.
Hey, how about for the sake of the audience that we clarify what we're talking about, bro? Relax. Just say what your position is.
NBA family, NBA.
Vicky, you gonna say something, or you want me to take the floor?
Hey, man, you go ahead.
Okay, buddy. Thank you. Well, to me, I think the team's gonna come out the West gonna probably be the Milwaukee Bucks again. You know, I don't see nobody really competing with them now. Well, let me take that back. I think the Celtics can, but they the only two teams that I would take serious. And as far as the East, now in the West, it's a clusterfuck, man. It really is. Any of them teams that make the playoffs in the West can represent the West. It's so messed up. Right now, you have the Nuggets. They consider what you consider the number one seed because they 50-24. I can't rely on John Morant, man, because I don't know what's going to happen with him. If he's going to fly out the handle, do some silly stuff again, you know, I don't know with him. I tell you, a dark horse I like is the Sacramento Kings. Not a lot of people's talking about them. You know, I remember when your boy was a coach with the Lakers, they didn't think he was a good enough coach in Walton. But right now, he's got them boys playing. They 45-29. So that's my dark horse. As far as the Phoenix Suns, if KD could get healthy and be consistent, you know, they could definitely represent the West. But as far as those top four, I said, I don't take the Pelicans serious. The Warriors, I think they're done. The Timberwolves, I mean, your boy Karl Towns just came back. I don't know how much of of a threat they really are. The Lakers are just the Lakers, and the Mavericks look like they made a bad deal by getting Kyrie because he's not really doing anything for them. They're still losing. They lost 4 games. They just lost last night. So I don't know. But that's my team. My dark horse is the Kings. But as far as who I think could end up possibly representing the West is the Phoenix Suns. So it could be a Milwaukee and Phoenix Suns rematch. And I like Milwaukee to win it all.
Okay. Miss Polly, is that you?
Hello.
Oh, hey. I didn't know you like sports.
Hey, Miss Holly.
Hi, how are you guys? Hi, Queen. Hey, Victor. And hey. I dabble occasionally.
What's up, Mama?
Yes, how are you guys all today? Doing good?
Doing well, family. Doing well. I'm glad that you're up here.
Sure.
So right now, the previous conversation was, does NFL players deserve guaranteed money? But we moved on from that, and now we're talking about the NBA, like who's going to make the playoffs, who's possibly going to win, who's the dark horses, things of that nature. Who you think going to win the East? Who you think going to win the West? Who's not going to make the playoffs? So if you want to share upon that, or if you want to build on what we were just talking about, you can. Either or, family, you can do. And then, we'll go to, I'll go to you, then I'll go to Lady E, then I'll go to Vic, then I'll go to Queen.
Let Lady E and them go first. I'll come back around. That's cool.
Okay. Go ahead, Lady E.
As for the Western Conference, I can say it's going to be the top 3 seeds that can potentially pull everything off. However, and this is just biased because I am a fan of the Celtics, but I do believe that the Celtics will take everything. They are going to win everything. So I love my Pelicans in the Western, but we have way too many injuries that even if we do make it into the playoffs, I don't think we'll get past the first round. As much as I hate to say that, Golden State is shaky, the Clippers shaky, Suns, I still feel they're a little shaky for me. Timberwolves, Lakers, like Hank says, they're the Lakers. Going back to the Eastern Conference, the Cavaliers is a hard no. 76ers, as much as I like them as well, I don't think they have it. And the Nets and the Heat and the Hawks is going to have to take an L for me.
Queen.
Well, I was gonna say, the Nuggets, but they ain't never been to the NBA conference, so I don't know if they're gonna make it, but they got a pretty good track record, but so I don't know. I think my Lakers. I think Golden State Warriors are going to probably try to sneak their way in again. And I don't think the Kings got any hope. So, yeah.
Vic? Vic, you muted up.
Yeah. Short story. Bucks coming out the East. They ain't made of what Giannis is made of. He's LeBron at the East right now. Or what LeBron used to be to the East. They got to go see him. As far as the West is concerned, if Jamal Murray never went down, they would be probably 2 rings deep right now. I think this could be their year. However, I think Ja got a lot to prove. There's a lot of narratives. It'll be interesting to see would they let that happen. I got my own views about professional sports and the narratives that they write. However, if LeBron was not injured, I say Lakers. But I know that injury that he has, and he can probably get through a tough series, but there's no way he's making it through 16 games with that injury. But they got the team. They got the team for it, and I think next year they'll probably take it, but not this year.
Miss Polly.
Hello.
Okay, Miss Polly.
Well, I haven't been dabbling in basketball this year that much, to be honest. But you know, I watch my partner watch some things, so just like seeing what he sees. But I think the Lakers probably at this point. But everyone, it's just like I made a joke, like it looks like COVID, like it's just a bad. Everyone doesn't seem like it's just not the best season, if that makes sense. You know, a lot of injuries and all that stuff like that. So I think that probably the Lakers has the best. And I haven't really been looking at the other side that much, but maybe the Grizzlies, something like that. I don't know. Yeah. But yeah, it's not, to me, it's not looking like the best season for any team.
Okay. I'm gonna give my spiel, right? Then we can debate about this because I definitely want some debates. I want some pushback. Now the West, look, man. All right, I'm not counting the champions out. All right, some people saying the Warriors can't do it. Look, the champs are the champs for a reason. You can't count them out. All right, you gotta always put the champions where they at until they get knocked out. They the champs until somebody knock them out. I know their road record been terrible, but yo, you gotta beat the champs in order to move forward. So that's one. Now I got the Warriors in the West. You know what I mean? Even though I'm not a Warriors fan, I'm picking the Warriors in the West until somebody knock them out. Right? In the East, I got the Bucks. You know what I mean? I think they're gonna make it my dark horses for both conference. For the East, I got the Sixers as a dark horse because I feel like Joel Embiid. Yeah, man, he's different. You know what I'm saying? And they, you know, you never know, him and James Harden get something going on. They might be able to make some noise. You know what I'm saying? Now, Western Conference, my dark horse will probably be the Lakers. They're my dark horse. If they can get healthy. Vic said he don't think LeBron can make it with that injury. Yo, man, Bron is Bron. I think Bron will be all right. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? He probably can define, you know, all the critics and all the antics and all that and actually make it. You feel me? But we'll see. You know what I mean? Now, some of y'all people wishful thinking. Now, Lady E, now look, all right, your Pelicans, all right, look. You know what I mean? They not really going nowhere, all right? You know what I'm saying? Like, it ain't, and here's the thing.
Did I say they were going anywhere? I said even if they made it into the playoff, they're not going to advance. I said that. Did I not say that?
Even with Zion being back?
And watch he get hurt again. And then we don't have Jose. You know, Jose, he's Grand Theft Alvarado, you know. He's good. And he's out for the rest of the season.
What you said, Vic?
She called him Grand Theft Alvarado.
That's what they call him. That's what we call him, Grand Theft Alvarado.
All right.
But hold on, he ain't no defining player in order to get a championship or not. Like he a good role player.
But he has key plays. He does make key plays, which are usually steals. I think he does need more confidence in himself as a shooter because he hesitates to shoot. I know what I'm talking about.
Everybody know New Orleans ain't gonna do that. I'm hit you with the Hank. Everybody know New Orleans ain't gonna do shit. Hey, look, for everybody who don't understand, Uh, in college sports, it's always been Georgia Auburn rivalry or Georgia Florida Gators, right? But in pro sports, the Saints and them Falcons, man, I'm telling you, we could both be 0-15. We gonna kill each other for that last game. I promise,
And it's
man.
always gonna be a sold out game. Don't matter how trash the team could be.
That shit a playoff game every time we meet. Yo.
This is facts. That is facts. Saints and Falcons. If you ever make it to any Saints game or Falcons game, make sure they playing one another. You see some stuff.
So.
Well, listen. Even look, you acting like Alvarado's gonna really be like a defining player. Now, if they lost McCullum or something like that, now I can see. But Alvarado, like you could get that production from somebody else.
He makes key plays, bruh.
But he's not the defining factor.
And I never said that the Pelicans was gonna take the conference. I said I don't believe they will because we have too many injuries. Like, you're not listening to me. Damn, bruh. You sounding like Hank right now.
Yeah,
jumping into conclusion.
That's a lady like that.
Hey, first of all, watch your goddamn mouth.
or what? Or what? What you gonna do? What you on
right
now? Oh my gosh. Okay, Lady E dropped down. I think she'll be back. You know what I'm saying?
She got that dial up. That's at New Orleans dial up.
Oh, she's back. Uh-oh. Oh, Lord. I didn't do it.
You got that AOL down there. That's how they rock on the free Obama phone.
Oh, man. Salute to Marcus, my co-host on the Intellectual SoapBox Sports Edition. You know what I mean? Marcus, my co-host. I'm glad he checked in. You know what I mean? He's going to do his best to try to come through. Also, salute to Lady Cookie. You know what I mean? Getting comfy, huh? Oh, okay. Lady Cookie, if you could just check in real quick, you know what I mean? Real quick, if you can. I know you watch your game, but if you want to check in real quick, you can. But no, Lady E, look, I am listening. What I'm saying is that if you have your core, right? If you have Zion, B.I., right? And you have McCullum, I think y'all good. I think Troy Murphy can make up for some of them plays. I think he's a trash. I think Murphy can make up for some of them plays. You know what I mean? But y'all got what's the other guard y'all got? Who was your starting point guard before McCullum got there? You got Graham, right? I think Devontae Graham's still there, right? Like, you got people that can make up for what he does. So I don't think y'all completely out the water. I just think that y'all just got to get healthy. Like, if y'all get healthy, even if Alvarado's out, right, for the season, I think y'all can make some noise. Like, literally, I think y'all could.
Don't tell Hank that. He about to talk some match.
But nah, listen. You know what I mean? Look, like, the Lakers may be out, they may be out Mo Bamba, right? Who's our backup center. We still got a chance to win it. You know what I'm saying? Like, even with Mo Bamba not being there. And Mo Bamba makes some great plays off the bench. He's a great shot blocker. He's a pretty decent rebounder. You know what I mean? So she said, "Yo, welcome. LSU goes up by 20. I'll hop on." Okay. All right. I hear you. Salute to LSU. Yeah. You know
LSU is up by 11 right now.
Go ahead, Vic. Go ahead.
What's that guy number 2? Who's that came in and placed Mo Bamba? Ill with the defense.
Oh, you're talking about Vandy.
Yeah, I like him.
I keep telling people that, you know, I think Vando could be like another. I think he should probably talk to him more. I think he could be like another James Worthy type of cat, man, because he got the size, he got the length. He's a better defender than James Worthy, though. You know what I mean? But he got, and he could run up and down the court. He could ball handle. You know what I mean? And I think that's big. And you know, LeBron hasn't really had another guy on his team that's around his height. You know what I mean? That can bring the ball down with him and can run that fast break. That's very dangerous. You know what I'm saying? And then you got AD that can run the floor too. You got D'Lo who can run the floor. So they got size, length, and they can run the floor. You know what I mean? Which makes them very dangerous. And they can play defense. So, and they can switch on anybody. So you could switch on any 5 positions and you be pretty solid because everybody's 6'4" and up. You know what I mean? So they don't have nobody little on the starting front line. So you know what I mean? You got a 6'5" shooting guard and Austin Reeves. You know what I'm saying? Like you got some size. So you know what I mean? You got guys between 6'4" and 6'10". You good. So they could really make some noise, man. If they get healthy, they just got to get healthy, man. They just got to get healthy. You know what I mean? If they get healthy, they be all right.
Check me out. The Lakers, right? Think about it, right? D'Angelo Russell, Big Cat, and what's my other boy, the young boy that like to dunk on everybody?
Anthony Edwards.
Yeah. So that was they big 3 over there in Minnesota, and they was making plenty of noise over there. I could put Karl Anthony Towns and AD in the same conversation with AD being slightly more skilled, Karl Anthony having probably, I say, a little bit more grit. With D'Angelo, AD, and then Austin Reeves, even though he's not as athletic as Anthony Edwards, they're the same scoring threat. So, if as far as who can carry the scoring load, because that's really what happens in playoff games. Shit gets tight, defense gets real, the ball slows down, and it's who can play half-court offense and who has the highest IQ and makes less dummy plays and takes care of the ball. And I think the IQ of the Lakers will save them. Hopefully, LeBron didn't try to do too much and they can kind of use him sparingly. But if you have LeBron to use as spare parts, you win a championship. But I don't know that they smart enough to use him in that way. And I think they're going to let LeBron do what LeBron do, try to be the hero and come back, throw off the chemistry that they already building, do too much and either re-injure himself or just take the other players' confidence and be out. You know, so if they don't play it that way, we'll see.
I think, and that's why I like the fact that Braun came off the bench today, even though they lost. I think LeBron he just wants to get himself back into form. You know what I mean? He don't want to mess up the chemistry between Reeves, AD, and D'Lo. He just kind of wants to, you know, just get himself back to form. Because once he gets back to form, Braun can play off the ball. He can run the offense. We all know these things. Like we've seen him do it on championship teams. You know what I mean? He can switch out and play different positions. He's done this before. So I think Braun will be okay. I think it's just he just got to be healthy. That's just really what it comes down to. He's healthy, they're good. If he's healthy, they are good. He's not healthy, they're not good. You know what I mean? So
you don't think
go ahead, Queen.
You don't think the Suns is going to make any noise with didn't Kevin Durant get traded over there?
Get out of here, Queen. No, I'm joking. I think the Suns need a bench. They don't got a bench yet. They ain't got a bench yet. Once they get a bench, they'll be all right.
Kevin Durant. I said they did trade it away for Kevin Durant.
That's the thing. I think both teams necessarily kind of, I won't say they lost in that trade, but I do feel like both teams kind of lost. I think if you're the Nets, you figure out a way to keep KD and you figure out what he wants, what kind of coach he wants, who he want to play with, who he don't want to play with, and you work it out. You got him for 4 years, you signed him, you gave him all that money. I'm not letting him go unless I get something equal value. So unless we're talking like Giannis, LeBron type level, he's going nowhere. And I would tell him that. I would have told him that over the summer. Look, unless we get these type of players for you, I'm not letting you go. You know what I mean? So let's work this out, brother. You know what I mean? You signed the contract. Like you signed the contract and say you want to be here. Like if you don't want to be somewhere, don't sign a contract. So I think that's another big thing. People got to stop signing contracts if they know they want to be there long term. You know, Kyrie is going to be Kyrie. I don't know. I don't know what else he was kind of expecting, but Kyrie going to be Kyrie. You know what I mean? That's what it is.
What clarify for me, what injury does Kevin Durant have right now?
I think it's something with his legs, man, or his foot or something like that.
His mangina hurts.
How soon are they expecting him back? How soon are they expecting him back?
Shit, for a mangina, I don't know how long it takes for that one.
When he's comfortable to sit down to pee again.
Damn, yo, the disrespect is
he said that he has a rolled ankle from his last game, right?
No, Quinn, this is mangina. He can't sit down and pee like he normally does, so he's a little tender down there. But he's gonna be all right though. I'm sure he'll get it back. He'll get it back together here shortly.
So he should have had a man douche.
He should have had a what? You said he should have had a what, Queen?
A man douche.
Damn. Nah, there's something wrong with his ankle, man, and I think it's probably been ever since he really hurt himself with that Achilles and all that. I think it's all probably pretty much the same injury from when he was with the Warriors, though.
You're not wrong, Hank, because if you remember, he had a Jones fracture when he played for OKC, right? And like basically a hairline fracture in his foot. But ever since then, because you can't walk on that and you have to put in a walking boot, and then basically you're causing an imbalance because you're not allowing your muscles to do it. Anytime you're recovering from an injury that keeps you from mobilizing a specific body part, it's hard to get your body back in an equilibrium again. And it seems like ever since then, like you say, you've been having lower extremity issues, just in general. And I think it is when you playing that game where you bouncing up and down, all that excess contact and landing on. I don't know if there's enough exercises that he can do. He's as light as he can be. You know what I mean? It's not like he's carrying too much weight, but he don't really play above the rim like he used to. But I don't know what he can do at this point. He almost what do you call it? Spoiled goods, damaged goods, whatever.
So wait, are you putting him in this James Harden category? You think he's damaged goods like James is?
Yes.
Wow.
He got more heart than James. I think James Harden make his unproductivity look worse than it is because you can't tell if he's hurt or if it's effort because he's been known to quit.
Oh yeah, he definitely quit a few times. You're right about that. You know what I'm saying?
So you think Zion's gonna be back? Isn't he out with a hamstring injury? Is he coming back anytime soon?
Man, his scary ass trying to hurt himself out of New Orleans.
He's shut up, Hank. He's out for the rest of the remainder of the regular season. Now, if the Pelicans make it into the playoffs, he will be starting.
Didn't he just get in the
Come
NBA?
on, stop it.
Like,
He won't be there because the Pelicans ain't gonna make the playoffs. We ain't gonna worry about it.
Huh?
I believe this is his third year.
It's his third year. But hold on, lady. You know,
having these injuries. What's wrong?
Look,
hold on, lady. You don't think he eating himself out of the NBA? Because I heard he got a food problem.
Again, I'm gonna say it again, and I agree with Shannon Sharp on this one. This dude was gonna, again, what he just said. He's gonna eat his way. He's bad. He's got bad work habit. He's lazy.
He's not productive. I just don't think he got a food problem, but he ain't lazy.
Dog, he's lazy, man. He doesn't look. You can't keep all that carried body weight and think you're gonna play 82 games in the regular season and how many ever games you make in the playoffs. You can't. He's got to work some of that off, dog. He's got to lose that, and he's not. He don't keep
how big is he?
He's like a Charles Barkley. Come on now, he is not that big.
No, he's bigger than that.
That dude, I bet that dude's about 325 right now.
He's in the 300 club. Hey, check it out though. So I've been watching Zion. I'm talking about since 6th grade, right? And it was him, Seven Woods, and there's probably like 2 more like prime candidates that was in that time, and none of them motherfuckers turned out to be anything except Zion. However, when I'm rooting for somebody like that, I really do want to see them have some success. So I've been rooting for them, but honestly, the only place I've seen this before, and I think this will be unfortunately his outcome, Greg Oden. If anybody remembers Greg Oden, I'm talking about.
Don't say that.
No, you
Don't
can't
say
say
that.
that.
Don't say
Greg
that,
Oden
man.
had
Come on, man.
injury history.
They say that
I think he's more of a tractor trailer, man.
They say Zion is to be 330 pounds right now.
Oh!
A Robert tractor trailer from Michigan. That's what he's gonna be.
Oh, hell no.
Just imagine if Shaq could jump twice as high.
But the bad thing about Zion is that he's not 7 foot. If he was 7 foot, he'd be all right. He'd probably be able to play.
He's
But
6'5".
he's not 7 foot. He's 6'5", yeah.
Nah, Zion taller than that. Zion about 6'9".
No, he's
Nah,
not.
ain't no 6'9".
He's nowhere near 6'9", bro. No.
Hold on, let me see. I gotta see now. You might be right. Let me see.
No, he's about 6'5", 6'6", man. Even the pamphlet ain't lying for him like that.
Well, I mean, he's from. Listen to where he's from, Salisbury, North Carolina.
That's Salisbury State?
Oh, okay. Is that what it is? Okay.
Why are you gonna do that?
He's tractor trailer, man. That's what he is. A more athletic tractor trailer, and he's going
football.
And he's going to eat himself out of the league.
Needs to play football.
Yeah. Hey, look at Glenn Davis was more active than he is, and Glenn Davis probably way more than he does.
Hank is so negative.
That's not
Hank is so negative. Yes, you are.
Why am I negative? Because I'm speaking the truth.
Because like you just automatically ousting people.
Look, the dude is. Look how the dude's behaving and moving. He does. I don't really think he's as hurt as he say he is. I just don't think he wants to play for New Orleans anymore. Everybody wants to get out of New Orleans. Fuck the boot, they said. I got to get the hell out of here. AD did it. Chris Paul did it, and now Zion did it. Do you notice
a real hater? You are a hater. But I'm gonna let you talk, though. I'm gonna let you talk.
Thank you for
I'm so glad the Hornets came back to Charlotte, where they belong.
You can't win you can't win anything with Hank. Hank gets the final word.
Not in sports, you ain't. This is what it is. Baby, welcome
Hank, in anything, you gonna get the last word.
No, not for the most part. I don't mind resting in my masculinity.
Lies.
When you make love to me, I
lies.
When you make love to me,
lies.
Oh my God! You said making love. Oh my God!
So he won't make love. He don't wanna, hey, let me stop. Hey, but you do be like, like. I'm trying to think of the last time I heard you make a positive take. Like your general disposition is stink me.
Look here, just because you don't agree with me, don't mean my take ain't positive, brother.
That shit ain't positive. Like I'm talking about. Like I've been watching you over platform after platform, conversation.
You ain't never came to the basement, have you?
Huh?
You never came to the basement, have you?
Basement, your platform.
I've never been here.
Again, what you want me to? What am I supposed to give all my good takes on my platform? You want me to give it all to y'all on somebody else?
No, but we respect you on your platform, Hank.
But he said he never seen you, so never means never. That's not true. If he ever came to the basement, he's gonna get that opportunity. But he has to tune in.
I just said I hadn't seen it.
Again, tune into the basement, my guy.
For sure.
Yeah, the basement. He got the sports show coming up. I will be there. I'll be there.
That dingy, smelling like mothballs with your candy
and
heart.
And your
candy
and his Funko Pop.
And your Funko Pop.
You live in the state, y'all don't have basements. Don't do
Smell
that.
like
Don't do that,
With your front yard that look like dust.
E. You don't even know what a basement look like. Stop it, E.
Who you talking
Huh?
You said you don't know what a basement look like.
to, lady?
How you gonna sit there and tell me why I don't know what a basement look like? We don't have basements down here. I didn't say anything about his basement. I just said him and his Funko Pops. Why he attacked me, I don't know.
I heard somebody talking about my basement. I thought somebody talking about my basement. I'm sorry.
I was talking about your
Shit.
basement.
Oh, Lord have mercy.
Oh, well, then, let's talk about California. Then California ain't got no goddamn basement either.
Baby, she from New York, baby.
No. I
Here
know
we go.
what
Here we
basements
go.
are. I'm from the East Coast, baby. I know what basements, backyards, front yards, and driveways are.
I need
Okay?
to hold on for
Don't
this
get it
platform, man.
Well, look here. It's obvious.
You gotta put mines up though.
Look her.
It's obvious. I need to give y'all a tour of my
something.
basement because y'all never seen a basement like this one. I promise you.
No, okay, cool. Well,
Actually, I've been in better basements, Hank.
No, you ain't been in mine. So it doesn't
Oh!
matter.
I don't think
You
you
ain't
should
been in
follow
mine, so it doesn't matter. E.
questionings
Don't do
going
that.
down the road.
But back to
I
the
ain't
statement at
talking
hand.
about
The
your
statement was Vic said he never seen me speak. I guess what you said, speak positive, as you call it. Okay.
Yeah.
he talk
Again.
positive sometimes until he pull out that old dusty Ziploc bag that dinosaur ate.
See, that's
Andy Arts.
you a hater, Queen.
Salute savagely humble. I see you, sister. What up?
He cool. His basement show is cool. Vic, look at it. Look like dust.
What you selling in
What
that?
is that? What is that?
That's
Cloudy.
that's his cocaine.
Oh, okay. All right. Hey, everybody got their
He's
addiction.
eating hopscotch chalk.
And he eats circus peanuts.
Them big brown
Oh, wow.
things
Ellie
look
Worms,
like-
That tells you how great I am because the whole conversation went off of sports and talk right here. That's how
It
bad that
definitely
motherfucker is.
It
No.
That's
definitely
such a
has.
motherfucker.
He's right about
That
that.
just means it's time to, it ain't about greatness, baby. You're all right. You ain't no.
This nigga start banging
Don't
pots.
tell me short, Queen. I'm great.
He is just a hater. He, as of right now, he still don't want to give the Lady Tigers they props right now.
What are you talking about?
Oh,
The lady? I
disgusting.
don't know nothing about the Lady Tigers.
Exactly.
Well, the last time I seen the Lady Tigers, they was getting their ass handed curb stomped by South Carolina.
And how long ago was that?
Right. 3 weeks ago. Shit.
Okay.
SEC tournament.
And where we at right now?
I don't watch women's sports. I'm sorry, E. But look here, if they make the Final Four, I will check them out.
They playing right now. How about that?
I'm on the show, baby. My main concern is the show, not the
You don't have a TV down in the basement? You can't? Don't you have a couple of monitors?
Again, I'm not watching women's sports. I'm not watching that. It's not entertaining. I'm sorry.
Real quick.
But I will watch the Final Four of the women's sports. I will do that.
Since we got ladies on the panel who apparently like sports,
Wait, hold up, you cutting out.
Do y'all watch WNBA?
Hell no.
I don't watch nothing.
I don't watch WNBA, but I do watch college basketball.
Why not WNBA?
Because it's trash ball.
I just don't. I'm not a big basketball fan in general. I'm more about football.
Well, hold on. How you sitting there promoting LSU girls, but you ain't talking about you?
Because that's my state. I have to.
I understand. That's your state. You right. You got it.
Oh, you're home.
Only
I got
reason
it.
why I watch
Lady E,
basketball.
why you yelling today so much, Lady E? What's going on?
She angry.
Because he be on some bullshit, bruh.
Oh, damn.
You keep him straight.
I been thinking Hank be on his period or something. This dude be just coming up here.
Oh!
I'm gonna let that slide because that's some bullshit right there.
Hey, you said Kevin Durant on the toilet to piss, so that's fair. That's fair.
I don't have no problem with her saying it, but it's some bullshit. I don't agree. I'm on my period, but that's I'm gonna let it slide. I'm not gonna take no shot back at her.
No, don't.
I don't have no problem with her saying it. It don't get mad at me like that.
Lady E, What is Zion eating down there? Though? What do y'all have down there that he getting so big? What is he eating? I heard y'all got
We
something
got
called
everything
beignet
down
donuts.
here.
What is this beignet
We
donuts? I
got
know
I'm gonna tell you what he
donuts.
beignets, we got pralines, we got bluebell ice cream, we got gumbo, we got
He eating
jambalaya, we
gator
got
toes.
shrimp
No,
creole.
that bluebell is straight. That's
look.
straight.
His
That's
fat
straight
ass
sugar to
should
the
be drinking
dome.
them smoothies because they got smoothie
He
kings now. They should be drinking them
Yeah.
damn protein shake
he eating
smoothies.
gator toes.
He
Yeah,
probably eating alligator. He probably, I don't know. I don't think he eating frog legs. I don't even eat that. That's one thing
Beignet,
I don't
he
touch.
eating the beignet donuts. The beignet donuts.
hey, he in the worst
It's
state
just,
possible.
it's just beignets. It's not a beignet donut. It's just a beignet.
Oh, you couldn't tell me no different.
Barkley told me Barkley said they beignet donuts.
That's what it is.
He said they dirty donuts. He called
Beignet,
them beignet.
it's a French donut, but we call it beignet. It's not circle. It's square. It's fried and it's covered in powdered sugar.
Oh,
So
same
that's
thing.
what he eating. Okay.
Yeah, don't try to glorify that bullshit up. That's what it ain't no overglorified donut.
What else we got down here? Our bread pudding is real good.
That's a lie.
Bread pudding. What the hell?
Yeah, hey,
That's
I
a
had some of
southern
that shit.
dessert. Look, if you
That's like
come to New Orleans, you have to try bread pudding. Bread pudding will change your
I'm not
life.
eating none of y'all stuff. The way Zion looking, I'm not eating none of that shit. Nah, I'm bringing my California food with me.
Your ass gonna be on the obese list by next week.
hey, down south we love our cars, baby. Okay, goddamn. That's how the women look like
You
this.
gotta learn to balance it out.
That motherfucker built like a damn minivan though.
You do look like a minivan.
Yo, not the Dodge Caravan.
Lady E, stop feeding him, all right? Stop feeding him. If you want him to play
I
for
ain't
you,
feeding him.
yes, you is. I'm holding you responsible. You see him at the game, right? You say, look, baby, stop eating them donuts, all right?
as a DOG. Hey, brother.
I ain't feeding him.
Didn't
He mute your phone. Mute your phone.
didn't Zion come from a single mother household?
No. It said he had parents. I don't know.
I don't know.
I know. He not in a single kitchen household no more. I know that much. He
Hey,
got
look,
like 5
though.
kitchens up in there.
I got a question. Do we blame mothers just in general, not single mothers, just the mother or the mothers is the ones who teach us our eating habits. They feed us. They are our nutritionalists.
Yeah.
Is it on her or is it on him?
If they come from a single, oh man, that's a
Look.
man,
As
that's a
an
good
adult,
question.
he gotta blame him, man. Once he got on his own, he gotta blame him. He can't keep putting on his mother.
She
Regardless
made
of
the
what he did
monster.
with it doesn't matter though. What he did when his kid was a kid. Now he's a grown man. He knows better now, right? He's an adult.
Was Zion's a
Look,
monster?
they got
Damn.
nutritionists. They got nutritionists. He had nutritionists in college. He could have started right then and there. That could have been his transformation moment. But yet he chose not to. Continue to
But
eat.
his mother ran track and his father played football, and they were together. So
I don't know.
he
I don't know about the
from
single
them.
parent home shit. I don't know about that shit.
They were both his parents were athletic.
Oh well, see that. I mean, they should have known. But again, when he turned 18, 19, when he's on his own his first year at Duke, somebody probably should have had a conversation with him. You know, you got to have good eating habits. You got to have good sleeping habits. You got to have good work habits. I mean, these are things you want to be in the league for 82 games in a regular season, not including any playoff. You got to maintain your body. You know, it's important. You got to take care of yourself. That conversation should have had. I can't keep going back and say, well, it's my mama's fault. That's bullshit. You're a grown man now, dog. You can't keep blaming your mama for shit now. You're grown now. You got to act like a grown man.
You right.
If we're gonna do that, we're gonna blame our parents for every goddamn thing we do. Every mistake we make. Oh, that's my mama's fault. Oh, that's my daddy's fault.
No. Listen, you right. But he is 3 years removed from his mama house, and at the end of the day, our foundation is
it's longer than that. He was in college for 1 year, and he's been in the NBA for 3 years.
Make it four, man. That's technicalities. You get the point that I'm making, which is that he's not far removed from being a little boy at his mama house eating at his mama table. So at the end of the day, I think we are responsible as adults for making the course corrections, but it's a lot to ask from a young budding superstar who's never necessarily had to worry about that because he was in his growth phase.
But we're not talking about somebody dealing with trauma though, or some type of mental illness. This dude has got bad eating habits that could be easily corrected by eating better, eating differently. On what he ain't got to exercise. He could lose weight on changing his eating habits.
Have you
He
ever
doesn't
had
do it.
It doesn't. I mean, I don't know what he's doing on the side, but his dietary plan with the team is very different than what you guys are talking about. Like you're talking about.
That's the problem. Like you said, that's the problem. He doesn't do it. He does what he wants to do. They even sit there and said the dude's going to McDonald's getting about 2 or 3 Big Macs. They talked about it. They had a show about it. They was talking about it on Undisputed how he had bad eating habits. He had it in college. He's having it in the NBA. It doesn't change. But he's always been more athletic and bigger and stronger than everybody. And so he thought he could get away with it.
Throw it away, then throw it away.
I'm sorry, what you say?
You dumb. You have chefs, gourmet chefs at your disposal. What is wrong with you?
He's making bad decisions. You're right, Queen. He's making bad decisions.
Yeah, I mean, because you can. Don't he have he mad arrogant anyway? So he gonna be his biggest downfall. Ain't got nothing to do with the parents. Shoot. How many times your parents tell you not to do something, you go sneak it anyway?
Right. We talking about discipline. We're talking about discipline, not
like even that. You can be disciplined, but when you leave home, it's a wrap. You on your own.
But you can learn discipline. Even adults have to look. There's a lot of adults we know in our lives that had to learn discipline because they was able to get away with it in their youth. But when you get out this real world, when it may come to your salary, you'll figure it out somehow, some way. I'm not gonna keep looking back at my mom and my daddy, talking about, oh, it's their fault that I'm not doing this, I'm not doing that. I can't keep doing it.
I'm not putting it, or he's not putting it on his parents. I was saying that they may have some culpability in creating the monster that he is now, and now he's on his own trying to fight off his bad disciplinary habits that has been established his whole life. You know what I'm saying? If you came up being aggressive, if you came up from the hood, whether it was a hood or not, if you just came from an aggressive family where y'all talk reckless, y'all talk crazy, from a city where that's acceptable, you went around people, and then now you move to a different state in this professional environment, you got a better job, better opportunity, you're older now, you're not into all that shit, but you still got those same tendencies that you came up with, that shit gonna show his face sometime.
You know what I mean? I heard what you're saying, but again, this man has a whole franchise behind him about doing self right by as far as his health and taking care of himself. He has a whole franchise behind him, not just his mother and his parents and his teammates, his whole franchise behind him. Coaching staff, like you said, they got nutritionists. They got all of that provided for them. But guess what? I can only do so much for you. You got to have some level of independence on your own and do it on your own. Once you go outside these 4 walls, what are you going to do? Where's that decision-making skills going to be at then? It's not kicking in for him. He feels like, oh, I ain't worried about it. I played it this way in college. I played this whole way in my high school. I was able to be successful to get to the point to get the NBA. But guess what? You may not stay in the NBA because of those bad habits. You got to learn. You got to make adjustments. And I don't think he's making the right adjustments. Regardless of whether it's the circle of people he keeps around him, maybe a bunch of yes men tell him, hey, man, don't worry about them. They don't know what they talk about. You cold, you this. They going to say it because they want to continue to benefit from that check. But as soon as that check get cut off, where are they going to be at then?
Let the church say amen.
So, Vic, is that a positive, uplifting thing for you, brother, that you was looking from him? Right on.
As a matter of fact, it is, sir.
I blessed you, my brother. I gave it to you free on somebody else's platform.
You're welcome. I'm glad you slammed the alley-oop.
I blessed you, my brother. Now come to the basement and get some more of this.
Hey, check me out, though. Real talk, I am who I am on every platform whatever. You know what I'm saying? But I can't expect everybody to do that. But I'm pretty sure I'm subscribed to you. But I will. It hasn't been showing up in my algorithm, but I will come and check out, what you put out there, because it was my assumption, and that belongs to me, that it would just be more of the same. A lot of manosphere talking points, very aggressive, alpha male shit.
No. What I talk about is trying to help.
I'll definitely give you a fair shake.
What I talk about is trying to help black men be the best version of themselves. That's what I talk about. And if any woman comes over and get a crumb from it too, God bless them. But my most important thing I try to push, I want to see these young black men be the best version of themselves. I don't give a shit about you old heads, because y'all already set in your ways. I'm worried about these young boys. You know what I'm saying? These kids who nobody, they have no voice for nobody to speak for them. So that's who I speak for. That's who I push for. That's who I'm trying to teach and reach and help out. But you don't want them to have no guaranteed money. Dog, I don't have no problem with guaranteed money, dog. I don't have no problem with that. But dog, I'm not gonna pigeonhole myself and put all my money into one player. You can't do that. Your franchise will not make it, brother. Right on. That's some more free game I just taught you. You're blessed again, Vic.
Man.
A new topic. New topic. When we talk about it again, Mr. Best, should the hard cap be removed from the NFL?
Oh, we definitely gonna get into that. You know what I mean? And I think the NBA got a new players agreement they about to go through too. I don't know if it's this year or next year, but I heard it's about to go down in the NBA for real. But look, family, I'm about to close this thing out. Y'all can stick around after I close out. Y'all know how we do, man. Y'all can chop it up with me after we close out. Y'all know how we do. But I'm closing this thing out. Y'all, thank you for checking into the Intellectual SoapBox Sports Edition, episode 6. And listen, and look, man, how we gonna do this as a collective, man? No glove sports is gonna come back. All right. I'm talking about Vic. I'm talking about Lady Andre. I'm talking about myself. Eventually, we're gonna work something out in the background. You know what I mean? You'll probably see all these people up there as well. Hink the Basement. You know what I mean? He got a sports show. We're gonna be up there as well. You know what I mean? So support the sports movement that we're doing. All right, like and subscribe. Okay, because we really getting into these sports topics. All right, we really going in and we really talking about sports like really officially. I wanted to cover some boxing too, man, but we just ain't been able to get into that because there's some boxing matches coming up. That's gonna be man, it's gonna be crazy. Especially this one coming up in April. Yeah, with Tank Davis and my man Ryan Garcia. Now, I mean, I think that one's gonna be a very compelling matchup. And it can go literally either way. A lot of people are picking Tank, but I think Garcia is gonna really test this brother. I think he's gonna really put Tank to a test for real. But we're gonna see. We're gonna see what happens. You know what I'm saying? And we're gonna get into more boxing next time. We probably cover some MMA. All right. You know what I mean? And then I'll touch a little bit on baseball a little bit, but I know most of us don't really watch baseball like that. I touch a little bit onto it. You know what I mean? Salute to my man Anthony Vogt for being a new starting shortstop for my New York Yankees. Know what I mean? Yeah. Know what I mean? Baseball season start March 30th. You know what I'm saying? Let's go Mets. Let's go Yankees. Let's go. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, please look out for a lot of new stuff we got going on here in the basement. Vic, Chef Shapino and the No Glove Sports. Lady E, wherever she want to be at. Queen, wherever she want to be at. Queen and Bolo got their show coming up, I believe, next month. And also, man, I got more Black as Gold coming. I'm gonna cover Biggie before this month is out. We got a Black as Gold with Rihanna, and that's what I know. Me and Lady E gonna do that one whenever she decides she's able to do that. So you know what I mean? I got a lot of stuff coming up, man. Also,
I'm tired of the shade that I've gotten on this panel this evening.
Man, ain't nobody thinking about you. Stop making them pots in the background. Anyway, with that being said, also, we got some more. So that's Black as Gold. We also got the Black Files coming next weekend. All right. Stay tuned to the Black Files. I got a great topic for y'all next week. Also, y'all, definitely tune in Non Relationships tomorrow. That's our other channel that we got rocking on. All right. And also as well, I got a new show premiering with Savagely Humble. Okay, it's an intellectual soapbox. All right, me and her got something rocking. All right, we're about to bring a new show, a new format. We're definitely bringing perspectives for men and women, okay? And we're definitely going to talk about men and women perspectives and just, you know what I mean, and just building on that topic. You know what I mean? It's about being solution oriented. It's not going to be that same argumentative circular conversation stuff. It's going to be definitely different. So, and I definitely want everybody to pull up to that show as well. But look, y'all, check out all our platforms. Like and subscribe. Follow us on our social medias, okay? Most of our social medias you can see in our names right here, okay? You know what I mean? Follow us on our social medias, and definitely we will tune in with y'all. All right, with that being said, y'all, we are out. I'm about to drop some of the advertisements, man, but y'all feel free to stick around. Y'all know what it is. Peace.
You awaken to one day have many questions. Yet time marches on. Humanity has been on an endless quest, circling the globe in search of answers, gaining knowledge from cultures long since vanished from the earth, and from within the pages of the great books they left behind. Time still proceeds. Many great and mysterious monuments and ruins from civilizations have yet to be fully understood by us. Time still inches forward. We yearn to discover the true meanings that our ancestors knew when they walked this planet. But many of the answers have been forever lost to time. Today, we take another step in our journey to discover the truth and reveal all of life's unsolved history.